I can't tell you what date that was. I was speculating. I don't recall ever whether any of it was a lie or not.
The Fani Willis case was already in shambles. We covered the first part of it where Fani absolutely tore into the prosecution, making them look inexperienced and well out of their depth, so much so that they did everything they could to prevent Fani from testifying again, and so much so that right-wingers are still trying to cope about it in my comments and pretend that a case is still there. Well, now, star witness of the prosecution, set to prove all their claims against Fani, admitted on the stand under oath that he was just speculating, that he absolutely actually has no idea. I'm not even kidding. You can't write it any better than that. So let's just watch this clip and watch how the entire case crumbles in mere seconds.
When you told me that their relationship started when she left the DA's office and was a judge in South Fulton, where did you obtain that knowledge from?
I was speculating.
All right, so that's it. Case is over. You can't prosecute on speculation, but it actually gets even worse. Watch his response when asked if any of the claims that he had made were lies. I really don't even know why the prosecution had him take the stand.
Did you lie to Miss Merchant when you told her facts about Mr. Wade and Miss Willis's relationship?
Not that I recall. I don't recall ever whether any of it was a lie or not.
So now that he's under oath and could face penalty for lying, he just doesn't recall if they were lies or the truth. He doesn't know anymore. Does this still sound like a strong case to anyone? And you have to remember, the prosecution has nothing in terms of evidence. This is what they were hinging their case on. The friend Robin was discredited for her testimony when it came to light that Fani Willis wrote her up and then she then left the company in very negative fashion, as well as barely having contact with Fani after college after painting it like they were besties or something. This is also not corroborated with any bit of physical evidence. That puts that in the trash bin. And now the only other bit that they were holding on to, hoping that it made this case legit, well, he just admitted to speculation and possibly to lying as well. But again, it gets even worse. Let's watch him also say he doesn't even know when the relationship would have started anyway.
What did Nathan Wade tell you about the relationship?
I recall him stating that at some point they were dating. I can't tell you what date that was.
It's just, oh, well, I don't know when, but he said something that kind of sounded like this, so I thought that maybe this is what it meant. And this is why you really need to hold your cards close until you see a trial and what facts come to light, because people act different when they're under oath and could actually face crime or penalty for lying. You jump out thinking there's a real case to be made here, and then you find out the Trump team is just hinging this all on a bunch of bullshit. That's easily disprovable at that. And Fani and Wade, the only thing they can show is that those two knew each other as far back as 2019, which neither of them deny and isn't a crime at all. But the Trump team can't substantiate a relationship prior to 2022, which is what they're supposed to be proving, which means there's no grounds at all for disqualifying the case or Fani. Nathan Wade should probably just recuse himself or be removed from the case going forward. But quickly, I do want to show this also because there's a constant narrative going around that Fani on the stand admitted to taking money from taxpayers, all because of an out of context clip that the losers had to circulate because they're not winning the case, which I want you to take a moment and step back and just, take in a bit of reality here, because if she admitted to embezzlement, that's ultimately what that would come down to, a felony, under oath, when you have to be honest, on trial was a hearing, technically. If she admitted to a felony, why hasn't she faced any charges for that 2 weeks later? They're just waiting. They have her dead to rights. She admitted to it. And they're like, do we really want to charge her? No, that's not how the law works. She would have faced charges the second she stepped off the stand. Later in that hearing, she explained what she meant about the money in that clip that's being taken out of context. And you can also see here from her campaign reports that have to be made public that anyone can find if you actually cared very much about the claims you were making. They were also sent to the courts and shown in the hearing, so anyone making these claims didn't watch the hearing, that this is money that she loaned herself from her own retirement and campaign funds, which is why, again, the least bit of research will get you the furthest in terms of just being more informed than the general public on any given subject. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.